Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Wow. This energy. This whole atmosphere is energy, right? So, energy permeates through all of us. Welcome to our meeting, 172nd meeting. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you. See, the number doesn't matter in Toastmasters. The quality is important than quantity. So let's have a very good meeting today. Spend more time how we can practice communication, practice people, which is more important. I guess we get more opportunity to speak today. I think that's a good part. In Toastmasters, we talk about 3 golden rules which you have to follow. One is keep your mobile phone in silent mode. We don't want to distract the speakers when they're speaking here. Thank you. Second, we don't encourage speaker to speak on 3 topics: sex, religion, politics. They could be controversial, it may hurt someone. So please don't speak on these 3 topics. And the third is don't go out of the room or walk into the room when somebody is speaking. So typically don't disturb the speaker when somebody is in the floor. We all have missions in our life. Like the Toastmasters also has a mission. We know there's a purpose, vision, mission. So mission of Toastmasters, let me read out for all of you. To provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Let me pick a couple of words or lines from here. Mutually supportive and positive learning environment. We all come here to support each other. There's no professor standing here giving a gyan and telling that all of you listen and do this. We all get environment where we're all encouraged to speak. Somebody doesn't speak well, that's okay. Because all of us have gone through the path of learning, and that's why we're all here. So it's mutually supportive and positive learning environment. It's a learning environment. It's a learning organization. And learning never stops. It's a continuous learning. We call lifelong learning process. That's why we're all here. Next is oral communication leadership skills. Communication can be improved only by practice. We read books, look at the Google video, audio, we'll have knowledge, but it's not practice. So communication has to be practiced to make it better so that we become confident speakers. And last is to foster self-confidence and personal growth. So this is actually a training academy where we come here to grow our self-confidence. Self-confidence is something will not come just by sitting and watching others give good speeches. We have to participate and develop the self-confidence. It's like a ladder. We take steps to go to whichever floor. There's no lift here. You have to take the steps. So it's a self-confidence and personal growth. The growth comes only by being confident. I worked in corporate. People were not excellent in academics. They became great leaders as well. Just because academics is very good, not necessarily that person becomes very, very great leader. A leader should have confidence. You look at any leader in the history, they all have good communication skills, they all have self-confidence. So this is the must, and this is the mission of Toastmasters, and we all practice this on weekly basis. So take this meeting forward. We have a presiding officer, and I would need 5 minutes to or even more to introduce her. Let me keep it brief. She is very, very humble. You may not realize if you know what or who she is, you can't believe just looking at her. She is so humble. I had the opportunity to interact with her even before Toastmasters, during the Toastmasters beginning as well. And she is the past president of our club. She has lot of interest to help others. She is a Rotarian, and Rotarians are the one who want to reach out and help the society. She is very actively involved in helping others in different ways. So please help me welcome the presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Rashmi.
So much. I cannot believe you're my mentor and I'm honored for this introduction. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We have some guests here today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is NITK Currently, I am pursuing Bachelor's in Architecture from Maharaja Sahyadeva University, Gujarat, and I am here in Bengaluru for my academic internship.
So your purpose here is?
My purpose here is to explore the public speaking platform.
Perfect. So you can complete your speeches or you can even pursue them.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Welcome to the group.
Thank you.
The minutes of the meetings have been circulated. We have all gone through that. Has it been accepted?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Moving forward today, I think our theme of the day is around the world. When you think of around the world, the first thing which came to my mind was the show which we had when we were growing up, Around the World in 80 Days. When I thought about it, I said, can we really do that? Go around the world in 80 days. Then I started looking up and I found there was one of these aeroplanes which went through the world I think they went through that in 24 or 25 days. I said, okay, I'm not going to look at this topic now because it already screwed up the topic. Then as I was thinking, I realized my own experiences where we have traveled so much around the world, and what did I find out of my experiences? What I realized was people are people everywhere. Whether it is the mother-in-laws, whether it is the corrupt politicians, whether it is the organizations, anywhere you go, it is the same structure. The facade is different. Maybe their corrupt politicians wear suits, here they may wear dhoti or kurta. That was it. That was the difference I found. They take money, all the universities, whether it's here or there, they take money. Whether it is hospitals, they take it. Maybe the way they take it may be different through insurance or not through insurance. That's it. But people are people everywhere. Mother-in-laws, what the discussions we used to have at work, it was the same. There it was for Thanksgiving, here it was for any other festival. So people are people wherever you go. So what makes it different that you travel around the world? What makes it interesting? It is what we look at, the efficiency of people, wherever it is. How they give you the service is what we look at. For example, when we travel there, when I travel to see my daughter, or anywhere outside India, I do find that I miss breakfast in India. Breakfast is an elaborate thing here, wherever you go, that I miss it wherever I go, other than India. So these small things is what we crave for when you travel around the world and you get used to it. So at the end of the day, I think it is us, our comfort zone, what we get used to is what it is. So why should we travel around the world? Traveling around the world opens your horizon, makes you more broad-minded. I would suggest everyone should travel around the world, especially when they are young, because they will know the value for money, they will know what independence is, they will know how to be independent, cooking their own food, cleaning their own toilet, driving on their own, and taking up responsibilities when there's an accident, and owning up to it, and paying up for the insurance, and then clearing up, clearing up the loan, right? That teaches you a lot of things. From next time onwards, you will know the value for money. This is why I think people should travel when they're young. And once you get the discipline, then I think you're fine. Doesn't matter where you travel. You are disciplined already. You are seasoned. You're fun. Your base is good. So after that is mainly gathering information and efficiency from everywhere, and then putting it into your bucket and becoming more and more refined. You are refining yourself after that when you travel. So this is my 2 cents, and that's why I think you all should travel. And I think we should also travel wherever others go in the Toastmasters. Having said that, I would like to introduce our next candidate here, who I used to envy for the longest time because this person had better hair than I did. He is the one who is aiming for perfection in the not GATE exam, it is the GMAT exams. I don't think, if I think about my school days, I think I would have been happy with what I had. The kids nowadays are more perfectionist, so I commend that. He was the one who also wanted to be a Navy officer at some point of time when he was a kid. So I would like to welcome Aditya, the Toastmaster of the day for today.
Hello travelers,
Hello.
how are you all doing?
Great.
Fine, great.
So I don't think that today the Bangalore traffic has given you any problems, right? Because I remember last time, I started at the same time, but I reached this spot at 7 p.m. While today I reached at 6 p.m. I was wondering what happened today. Anyway, so there's a saying that you should focus on the journey and destination comes later. But for Bangaloreans, I don't think that holds true because we always think about when will I reach? It's already 1 hour, it's already 1.5 hours. I think for Bangaloreans within Bangalore, it's the destination that matters. Anyway, moving on. Human beings are social animals in the sense that we are interdependent on each other, not just for the support, but also the things that we share, the resources that we share, the knowledge that we tend to gain, the wisdom that we learn from others. Sometime back, we were not in this position. Our progress up until now is the outcome of not just a single brain, but it is a collective outcome from various fronts, from different worlds, from different countries, nations, cultures, etc. And now communication has become even more easier. The connection is within your fingertips or within your hands. So, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you listen to the phrase around the world?
Flight.
Flying, destination, travel, getting out of your comfort zone, traveling, exploring. All these are right. Nature. But why do we even go to such extents? Why can't we just shut down within just 4 walls? There are 3 primary reasons. One is we are in constant collaboration mode. We want to collaborate, we want to learn, we want to grow. And that leads to the second point. We want to develop, we want to personally grow at whatever art we do. And thirdly, we want to give some good time to our family members, to our loved ones. We want to get out of that hustle bustle, daily rat race that we indulge in. Because at the end of the day, all that matters to us is giving a precious time or giving the best time to us and to our loved ones. Having said that, there's a lot to learn from this world. And do you know what's stopping it? Or what is the problem? Any guesses? That's one, that could be true.
We ourselves.
I think one problem is the visa problem. Because firstly, it's very difficult to get. And that opens up a question. Which passport do you think is the most powerful one? Don't use your knowledge, but use your just think out of the box. Which passport do you think is the most powerful one? Any guesses? Singapore? Sweden. I think it's Toastmasters passport. Let me tell you why. In 1924, a man named Ralph Medley started this great community called Toastmasters International, in which anyone and everyone who is willing to upgrade their game, upgrade their personal skills, be it communication, be it leadership, came together to form that community. And that same community now has spread across 140 plus countries with over 16,000 plus clubs operating in these areas. And for this reason, I believe that Toastmasters is the passport to your personal development. And you just have to pay a very meager amount to be a member. Think of it as a tax that you pay to the government every 6 months. Anyway, coming back. As promised, in today's travel itinerary, we have 3 segments. The first segment is, we have an awesome speaker. Like intrepid explorers, he's going to navigate us through his storytelling, communication skills, and guide us through the shores of storytelling and inspiration, guiding us through new horizons of knowledge. And in the second phase, just like a sailor, how he is vigilant in a sea, in a stormy sea. Just like that, in our second segment, we have this impromptu speaking sessions, where the table topic master gives you a topic, random topic, and selects one of our travelers to speak upon for about 1 to 2 minutes. And thirdly, we have beautiful evaluation, who serve as a trustworthy travel guides, correcting our courses whenever there is a significant change, in the sense that they give us insightful and suggestions, insightful feedbacks. But wait, that's not all. We also have a beautiful support team. Without that, I don't think this journey is going to go further. These adventurous, or what do I call them, navigators? A tag role team. The timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So let me introduce them first. As timer, we have Toastmaster Ramdas Bhatt. Toastmaster Ramdas Bhatt, can you please brief upon your timer role?
Thank you. Time is extremely important. It said time and tide waits for none. If you go late to the airport, the flight will not wait for us. We have to be there before time so we make it. So we practice in Toastmasters. We start the meeting on time, and every aspect of the meeting, every speaker has been given the fixed time or given time. So speeches, today one speech we have, which is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show one hand, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes. Table topics is 1 to 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 2.5 minutes I'll show. Evaluations 2 to 3 minutes. I'll give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our timer Toastmaster Ramdas Bhatt.
Not required, you can use this.
This is for next time we do this.
For our counter,
Is a Toastmaster app for
Our
timing.
counter, please. Our counter. Oh, our counter and grammar.
okay. So for our counter and grammarian, we have our versatile Toastmaster Rashmi B. Toastmaster Rashmi B, can you please brief upon the role?
Yes. In the entire session, I will be watching out for any all these kinds of words, and putting a number against it. So at the end of the day, when the GE calls for the report, I will be giving the report saying how many words, how many, what is it called? How many words, how many all these words have been used, and also any frequently used words. I'll be capturing all those and giving the report on that. As a grammarian, I will be watching for the good usage of the words and not so good usage of the words, and giving the report when GE calls for that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. So let's start our first segment. To evaluate our first explorer, we have our travel guide, Toastmaster Rashmi B, who will be evaluating our first explorer. But before that, Toastmaster Rashmi B, can you please brief on the evaluation resource for the benefit of the speaker and others?
Yes. The Toastmaster will actually be will be actually giving a speech for 5 to 7 minutes. And what is the pathway? I think he will have to, it is not mentioned in the agenda.
Dynamic leadership.
L4.
L4.
L3 P1.
Okay, L3 P1 and dynamic leadership, L3 P2. Okay. L3 P2, dynamic leadership, and then He will be talking, the time limit for that is 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. I've always dreamt of flying away and sailing in offshores, not the Indian shores. So when I was a child, I used to tell my mom, because at that time I used to watch a lot of National Geography and Discovery. In those channels, they used to portray these Scandinavian, Norwegian and European countries as if they have that lush greenery surrounded throughout. And unfortunately, I didn't get the chance up until now to explore there. But on the other hand, our first speaker, who has filled his passport, the first 3 pages of his passport. If he completes all 5 pages, you need to get another passport, Toastmaster passport. And I wish you for that. So he has, I think his speech is on this Euro trip. So without further ado, please help me welcome our first explorer, Toastmaster Vishesh, on the topic Euro trip, Toastmaster Vishesh.
Actually 14 countries now.
Wow.
So, cool. Today I would want to talk about your Euro travels. You would have probably searched about it, most of us. How much do you think it will cost you? Just a wild guess. How much per person would you expect a Euro ticket travel to be?
2 lakhs? 8 lakhs
Per person?
per person.
That is too much. Any other guesses?
2 lakhs.
I spent 99,000, that's all. This is just to get your attention that what's coming to your way. But how do we start about it? Let's start from the topic of when I wanted to go for a Euro trip. So I thought, when I want to go for a Euro trip, let's do it for my honeymoon. So I went for my honeymoon just after my wedding. But to go for an honeymoon, there's a lot of approvals which is there in the home scenario, similar to what you have in your office. How do you approach that? So I went to my mom. Similar to having a story which I wanted to, like the folk tales of DGLJ and our romance god of SRK. How do I want to be there? So I wanted to go there. So I went to her and spoke to her. Mom, I want to go to Europe. And after that, the first reaction is, why? Now let's go back and understand moms in India. You all have having moms, right? Indian moms. First of all, they are miser. Second of all, if you want to make them, if their son wants to go out of India, that's another thing, that either they get lost or those guys which is in there in foreign will destroy the religion and the overall culture which we have in India. Second of all, my mom was a Marwari. How many guys have similar kind of moms? I just want you to raise your hands. All of you have similar moms. All of you combined, it was my mom. That's how my mom was. नहीं जाना, कुछ भी कर लो, नहीं जाना. So I told her, what do you want me to go for my honeymoon? She said, क्या करना है honeymoon जाके? क्या करना है? यूरोप में क्या है? Weather and trees. Bangalore में तो जा रहा है, वहीं कल same चीज वहाँ पे भी मिलेगा. So essentially she said, go to Bangalore. There is enough land, love, everything. Then I still wanted to go. She said, okay, let's go to our favorite place, Salasar Balaji at Rajasthan. So I said, why do you want to kill my honeymoon to a God moon conversation? So I said, no, I don't want to go there. Then I said, let me try it differently. So I said, what would you spend for your honeymoon? Or for my honeymoon, what is your budget which you are in plan? She said, कितना होगा 20-25,000, 20-30,000? So I said, okay, give me 50,000, I'll clear that. And in my back of my mind, I said, okay, I'll take a office, some salary advance and we'll go. So that happened. And she agreed. That was the most difficult part of that whole story. It took me at least 3 or 4 days to just create a story and then go to my mom, and finally we agree. Now comes the best part, the travel plan, which everybody would hear, would want to understand. So I divided my whole travel plan into multiple portions. One is the travel tickets. Ideally, if you travel to Europe on an Emirates ticket, which is the easiest way to get here, would take you approximately 1.2 lakhs per person. I got it for 26k round trip. But how did I get it? The best way to do it is go for airports. Nobody does that. Bangalore se hi jana hai. I took a flight from Delhi. So Delhi is apparently the cheapest place to travel out of India. You would want to look at that. Delhi or Bombay, that's the cheapest place to travel out of India. Right now, the prices are a bit high, but and also the season and all happened. That also created that I went in off season. Because of that, I got a cheaper rate. Then the visa application, did everything on myself. Food, I carried all the food which I wanted. Why do I want to spend there? Plus that is all meat. My mom said, okay, meat nahi khana. मैं बोले लेके जाएगा सब. So I took everything in my bag. One bag full of bhujia and all other things which you can imagine a Marwadi or an Indian guy will have. I had that in my bag and I was ready. And whatever I got short of, like a bread or a butter, I used to buy it from the convenience store. So my food cost was reduced to approximately 10-15k. That's all. Then comes the traveling. So the best thing which I did in Europe, there is something called Euro Rail Pass, which essentially allows you to travel across Europe without additionally spending any activity. I spent 10k on that, and I traveled 7 days of my 21-day period of my Euro trip on that railway. It took only 10k. Now it's actually reduced to 5-6k. Please go and get it if you want to go there. Best part is a railway, which I personally love railways. That's why I took that. And the third part is hotels. I booked homestays, and I was doing it through booking.com. That was the whole trip which was planned. Did it 3 months before the trip, and this is what the cost was. You should also try it once. Now coming to the most interesting part of the whole journey, as I said, railways. I did the Euro Rail Pass, the Golden Railway on the Switzerland. So it's actually a very, very pristine railway, which is only a one-liner, similar to what we have in Ooty, just extrapolated by 10 or 14 times, with all snow across, and it's all open. So that was the most interesting part of the whole journey. I traveled six countries: Sweden, Germany, Switzerland, Prague, and Amsterdam. That's it. Probably wanted to give you a visibility on how you can travel your ticket and give a glimpse of storytelling. This is my first storytelling. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you guys. That's my time.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Riches. So you have clearly scripted out what to be done if you are planning next. I'll definitely keep these points in mind and probably contact you if I'm going in future.
Yeah, any country you tell me, I just do the research.
So that is the end of our first segment. Now we are stepping into our second segment. To take this forward, we have this Toastmaster who is very passionate in whatever he does. So our essay was talking about, Toastmaster Ramdas was talking about life is a learning process. This person is the example to it. He keeps on learning each and every day, some or the other new thing. And for me personally, every day I have a habit of checking my WhatsApp and mails in the morning, at least for 5 to 10 minutes. And sometimes it's good news, sometimes it's bad news. My mood fluctuates every morning. And sometimes my dad sends that good morning pictures that you all receive. So I get bored of it. And Sometimes he sends good, meaningful posts as well, and not denying it.
You still read it?
Yeah, I still read it because that's what keeps me moving forward. And coincidentally, this Toastmaster also used to upload regularly in his status some of the other proverb, which is not repetitive, which is not does not relate to monotony. Sometimes I take the entire day to just to understand what it is about. So he's such a passionate, he's such a kind-hearted, and then I can't describe him in words. And he's a constant student of life, if I have to put it in one word. So without further ado, to begin our second segment, the table topic session, let's please help me welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters. Yes, nice. And I'm sure you're all very eagerly waiting for this program, which will keep you on your toes, thinking. And it is supposed to be one of the beautiful sessions of a Toastmaster Club, wherein it will not only allow you to think and also start talking. And you need to be on your toes always, which will help you in a long run. So without much, is it okay if I start the session?
Yes.
Already?
Yes.
Great. Now since this is more related on travel, so let me give you a topic on travel. If you were to travel with one of the boring person in your circle, how would you do it? Mr. Vishesh?
He has the plan to everything.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it as he said. So the best way to actually travel with the
Please.
Sorry. Hi. So the best way to travel with your friend is go on a trek. You enjoy the whole scenery, and he will probably be below or somewhere else. So you enjoy it much better. That's how I look at it. But then coming back to the point of where you want to travel and whatever type of people you want to mingle, I think treks are the best place to do that. Because I've been to 4 treks: Hamta Pass, Brahmatal, been to Kumar Parvata here, and there's one more. I'm just going for another tour called Group next month. So the point here, what I wanted to make is, when you're going on a trek, especially with a group of people who you don't know what kind of person that would be, how do you want to approach them. The best thing is, it's when you go around, and the point when you're going on a trip, it's like a walk. So when you're walking across and you don't have anything else to do, whether it's a boring person or not, you still want to enjoy or try to understand the other person. And that time is so easier, and not having too much things in your mind at the background in terms of time constraints, you tend to enjoy each and every person. So that's the best way to look at it. I think you should go on treks or in a nature trip. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Vishesh. That was a very nice thing. If you are going in a group which you don't know anybody, and this is the best type of journey which you can take. Before I proceed to the next topic, I just would like to remind you about the time frame which we have. It is minimum 1 minute to maximum 2 minutes, and you get a 30 seconds grace. So I request everybody to use maximum 2 minutes 30 seconds and give out the best from your heart. So if the next topic I would like to ask one of you is too much empathy right? Is too much empathy right or wrong? And I would like to invite you, Aditya.
Thanks for the topic, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Is too much empathy right or wrong? In my opinion, anything above some threshold is always injurious to oneself. Not only to health, but to oneself. Be it sympathy, be it empathy, be it kind-heartedness. Because at the end of the day, how I look at is, you may call it a pessimistic way of looking at things. I feel that as we evolved, humans have started becoming self-centric in the sense that they feel, not all, they feel that everything revolves around them. So they look at opportunities at whatever they get. So if you're too much kind-hearted, if you're too much empathetic, even though you may not be able to understand the true feelings of the other person, that will cause a lot of trouble to one. So being empathy is good, but at the same time you should also focus on what are the true intentions of the other person, and based on that you can either juggle between you want to be empathetic or you want to be sympathetic or you don't want to respond to such situations at all. So my final call is don't be too much of anything, but have that balance, have that gauge in your mind assessing what kind of a situation you are in. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Aditya. That was very nicely put about empathy. Yes, empathy, too much empathy is also sometimes problematic, but empathetic way of approach gives you a opportunity to help the other person improve. That is one of the things. But too much helping others will lead to spoon feeding it, which again is a deterrent factor on a long run. My next topic, which I would like to announce, is if you happen to meet our Maharaja, Mysore Maharaja, what would you discuss with him? May I request Toastmaster Ramdas to take up this topic?
Sorry.
I'll take it up, so don't worry.
Thank you, Table Master, for that wonderful topic. If I happen to meet Mysore Maharaja, what I'll discuss with him? He is Maharaja for Mysore. He must be having I know that he has lot of wealth displayed during Dasara time here. People in fact go to the palace to see what all they have. So I'll definitely get opportunity to go and see. And I'm told that there's very good kitchen in Maharaja's palace. Definitely I want to have a discussion with him on the dining table and discuss about what can be done to Mysore. You know, Mysore is such a proud city for all of us. I think it's the first city in India to get electricity because of Vishwesvaraya. When he built the dam, he started the generators which will generate electricity, and it's the cleanest city in India. I think it's the second or third cleanest city in India after Indore. So I'll discuss with him about what can be done or what he is contributing to keep Mysore legacy, because people do respect, though it doesn't have the power which the Maharajas had earlier before independence. He definitely is contributing to society. So I discuss with him what is that he is doing, what I can help. I'm very small in front of him, I understand, but still we can join hands and help him. He is the big person doing a lot of things. I'll contribute small way, whatever that I can say. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramdas. Probably I would have just said namaste and stand in front of him as a Mysore Maharaja, but you had such a big impression which you would be making on him. Yes, definitely he is a very kind-hearted person, and he has ears to listen to the public, and he is very empathetic to your words and also very supportive to you. Going further, another topic I would like to give out is Toastmaster Rashmi, do you believe in luck? Is the topic, and let's hear more from you.
Thank you so much. No, I don't believe in luck. The reason for that is if I really wanted luck, and especially by playing games, then if I use it up there, then what will I do in my life? So if there is anything called luck, I'd rather have it in my life, and I'd rather let that contribute to whatever I work with. I'd rather earn everything what I want or what I desire or what I want to accomplish through hard work. The reason for that is I do strongly believe that whatever you earn will stay with you. Whatever comes through luck will not stay with you. It will be probably gone away in some health issues, or you lose it, you won't get it back. And I have proof. My phone, I've lost it twice, smartphone. People have given it back to me. They have waited and can you please have this phone back? I'm tired of this. Which has never happened to my friends and others. So I strongly believe that I don't want luck, but I want at least the hard work to be paid off. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. Luck is something, is a abstract thing which we believe, but it is the hard work which takes us to the places, anywhere it is that. This has been my journey, and I strongly believe in that. The next question, next topic I would like to ask is, what would you do if you were not an architect? Please.
Thank you. Once again, good evening, everyone. What would I do if I am not an architect? This makes me deep thinking on my thought process, because till my SSC I don't have any idea that what to do next in my life. While deciding that I want to become an architect, the hand behind this choosing this stream was my brother. He was a civil engineer, and he is a civil engineer, and he suggested me that you should go for the architecture stream. Other than if I won't be an architect, I might go towards the music, because I also play, I am a ukulele player. Even though I am not the great singer, I sing very bad, but I love to play ukulele much. So if I won't be an architect, I will be the musician. Thank you.
Thank you. That was nice way, nice hobby you have, and wishing you all the good for that. So do we have time for second round?
Or anybody to take topics, can give a topic and.
Yeah, I would like to make it interesting. If our timer is right, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. So, a good topic. Anybody is willing to take it up, I'll be happy to give. It's a voluntary thing. The terms and condition for it is, for the first 30 seconds, if you are speaking pro of that subject, the next 30 seconds you have to speak against it, and then again next 30 seconds you have to speak pro. So, and the last 30 seconds you have to speak against. Is it okay? Any takers for this?
I think all of us will do one round.
So do one round. So nice of it. When I get money, I will change for better is the topic. Who would like to go first? 30 seconds. So you have to say yes, no, yes, no. Toastmaster Ramdas, thank you so much.
money is everything in life, right? Why do we go to work? We go to work because we want to earn money. We want to earn more money so that I can enjoy my life, I can have good family, I can go all around the world, I can be a traveler. So there is opportunity to do everything in this world only if you have money. Imagine if you don't have money, what will you do? People will not come and give money just because I am good. Begging is not an option. So I think we all should work hard, make a lot of money, like software engineers, lot of money. But is money everything in life? I am told that the owner of Ashok Leyland or Kapari Group did suicide. Any short of money for that person? No. He had, I think, billions of dollars. I know the MD of General Motors. He did suicide in Thailand. He was super rich. So money is not everything in life, but money is required. Without money, you may have fame, you have everything. I know even Mukesh Ambani, he's got a lot of money, right? He can relax, he can retire, but still he wants to earn more and more and more money. Because he is not earning money for himself. He is earning money for the society. He wants to build an empire so that that money that he has earned will help the society. You take Tatas. Tatas are such a beautiful company. They are not doing free. They want to earn money so that it will help the society. So we all need to earn money, but my dear friends, money is not everything. Tatas, they earn, but they also spend for society. We should earn money definitely, but not for everything. Go after the money and leave everything. We have to be loyal. We have to be sort of dedicated so that, as Rashmi just said, we should get money through hard work, not through luck. So money is valuable when we earn with hard work. The purse that we carry has a lot of weightage when the money that we earn with hard work and not through luck. Back to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Was it confusing whether money is required or not required? It was a little confusing whether we have to do or we need not have to do. So now next subject is quite interesting. So I request Vishesh to come take the topic of healthy food.
First is out of that or not?
First, you can choose whatever, 30 seconds, you can say yeah, good, healthy is good, or 30 seconds, next you can say junk is good.
Have you heard about something called Karela?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes.
I hate it. I hate it to the core. Why should anybody have that thing? There's so many other better things to have now. I know what you're saying is healthy and all, but then first comes to the mind is how good it comes and tastes in your tongue. So that's the most important part of every life, is what I feel. So I know healthy things are good, but coming to the point again, so look at me, I've gained a lot of weight. It has also restricted my movements. So essentially, you should have healthy food. I do have try to have healthy food. So I do have in the mornings a lot of juices which my mom gives it to me or my wife gives it to me, and it actually helped me because the whole system became much better. Gastric issues, your whole intestine became much better. I think we should look at that. But again, when I'm in the evening, what happens is things goes for a toss. So when I go for a snack break, and that creates a lot of problems across. So that's how it is. My life. Mornings are very, very good. In the evenings becomes a snacking time. So that's the time you should have your vada pav or your ghee dosas. That's the best part of life. So coming back to the whole scenario of
whether you should have healthy food or not, there is a mix which you need to bring into your life. The mix is have food which is healthier and also have food which makes you happy, but then there is a balance to everything. Thank you, please.
Thank you. Interesting. 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 The next topic would be on the journey, and I would like to invite you to describe journey in with railways.
So, railways or not railways?
Yeah, railways or not railways. First is railways. You like railways, then you say not like railways.
Okay. Journey with railways. Okay. So, if I will tell that I haven't traveled with the railways much, because my mother is a bit possessive regarding the railways. Actually, I am studying out of my hometown till 6 years, but I haven't traveled through the railways. So, but of course, the railway are the good. Railway journey is the good, as we have the facility in our railway. We can get foods on our hand. We can sleep well without any worries. While the road travel, we will get the speed breakers, the other stops, the other passengers will come across. But also the railway travel is also good enough. I just got confused what I saw.
Very nice.
Good. Thank you.
Yes, I tried.
That is what we all
Yes.
do. We do try, and this table topic session not only makes us makes the laughing bone or whatever is there in that thing to come out, and we enjoy that. It is not that what is right or what is wrong which matters. It is how we take the topic and how we engross the audience with that. There is nothing called as right or wrong as far as I feel that's right. Now the beautiful one more topic, and that would be my last topic for this day. So Rashmi ji, I would like you to talk about ice creams.
Ice creams. Oh my God.
Simple topic.
It's actually a nice topic.
What a nice topic I have. Since we were in college, the moment I say ice creams, I'm reminded of my friend Shaila. We always used to go for any celebration, we would go and get gunpowders. And there was a period of time when we would skip, we wouldn't tell our friends because the expense would be more. Because we had to share between the two. Sometimes it would be only between the two of us. We would get one ice cream and share it. So it's wonderful memories with ice cream, whether it's cold or not. Ice creams are okay. There are a lot of other things which are also nice. Having said ice cream, I think it's too overrated. There are other sweets which are very, very genuinely made with the fresh fruits and everything, and it is much healthier and it's good for your throat, whether it is cold or hot. For example, the paisam, gaskase, all these things, right? It's really healthy and you can get good sleep. I think ice cream is too overrated. I think we should try the others also. But having said that, coming back to ice creams, there used to be a period of time in the hostel where monthly once they would give ice creams. I would actually take coupons from everyone and I would not have dinner, and I would have 3 ice creams or 4 ice creams. That was my dinner. So these are all wonderful memories which we have because they used to layer ice creams with fruits, with faludas, with different varieties of ice creams, and it was a monthly treat in the hostel for us. These are some good memories which we used to go with, whether it's hostel friends or with family, Lakeview, ice cream in, of course, here. Again, coming back, every time you go to the restaurant or somewhere, they give you ice creams. Can't they give anything else at the end of this, at the end of the food? I think, again, ice cream is overrated, so we should try other foods. And I think with that I'm going to end.
Thank you so much. It's really difficult because the ice creams are thing which nobody can resist, and to speak against it is quite a taunting position. With this, I thank all the Toastmasters here. I am sure you all enjoyed. Maybe a little bit different it was, but I'm sure you enjoyed. This session will make you always think on the toes, and when we are speaking on this session, it is not what is right or wrong, but how well we are able to articulate our feelings and thinking on the subject. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our table topic master, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. I hope that we all can become sailors, and my childhood dream of becoming a Navy officer, I could feel it here, being that vigilant guy on the seas. So anyway, so that was a fun session. So we had 2 rounds of each. So one was a straightforward topic, and then second was the to and fro. I am definitely sure whoever has participated in the second round got their, what this is saying, veja fry. Okay, so that's the end of our second segment. Moving on to third segment. For this, as I told, in our travel itinerary, our third segment is nothing but evaluators evaluating our entire speakers, our session and all that. So for this, to take this forward, we have this Toastmaster, a seasoned Toastmaster. So before joining this Toastmasters club, I was researching online which Toastmasters club to join. I was calling them up, they were talking to me, their presidents, their secretaries. But I was like, maximum I was talking was about a minute, while the other person was talking approximately 8 to 10 minutes. But when I called this particular Toastmasters club that time, this Toastmaster was the president, and then he graciously attended, and then it was a free-flowing conversation, I could say. So I could, for the first time I felt, I'm not introvert, at least I could speak. That was the time I felt confidence in me. I think many of us might have experienced this. He gets the best out of you. And that Toastmaster is none other than our general evaluator for today's session. So please help me welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ramdas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhive, Aditya, for a nice introduction. I'm now standing on the floor right now. I'm liquid floating. Thank you so much for the kind words. It's my privilege to give my feedback. And it said in Toastmasters, feedback is a breakfast for champions. Because unless we get to know from others what I am, where I am, I cannot put mirror in front of me. Mirror will give only reflection of me, but not what I am, who I am, what I am doing. So Toastmasters is a mirror where we get positive and improvement areas. And we focus more on improvement areas. We focus more on strength than improvement area. So let me have this pleasure of giving my feedback about today's session. We had one speech today. May I request the evaluator to give feedback on this speech.
Thank you so much. Vishesh, your L3P2 dynamic leadership and on the storytelling was on the dot. You went through the entire speech seamlessly. The starting was good. You had a question and you got everyone's attention. Once you got everyone's attention, you started elaborating and splitting the speech into parts, and so you did keep everyone's attention constantly throughout the speech. You also added humor by saying your mother, how she was a Marwadi, how she was a miser, and everyone's mother put into one, and that was good. You used some voice modulation. The improvements which I can suggest is role play, where you could have used a little bit of role play when you had a chance. You had an opportunity here where your mom and you could have had a role play scenario. That would have given more voice modulation and more natural scenarios for people to grab at that in the session. That is number one. Number two, you were walking quite a bit. I think you were trying to cover and address the people, but you were going out of the camera. And I was seeing there. So if there is a recording going on, something for you to think about, what is the landscape of the stage? You can face that, you can remember that. And the second thing is you don't show the back when you are going through the stage. That is something to remember because the audience are that side. I think these were the only 2 points which I had. Otherwise, it was very well done. Congratulations, and I would want to see more of your speeches. We got a lot of things to take from this.
Thank you, Toastmasters. It's very instructive feedback. And just to recap, Toastmasters, we believe in feedback. Recommendation. We call CRC. So Rashmi started with what's good about the speech. And speech we do in 3 ways: what I see, what I hear, what I feel. You covered all the 3 parts. And also the improvement areas, what Rashmi mentioned. I think you were nodding, I could see. So definitely you would make an effort to take it up during next speech. Rashmi ji, we don't use, rather we would say your next speech can be better if you do this than calling out the word improvement.
Okay.
Because that we become very sort of defensive when we heard improvement area by the evaluator. Otherwise, it's very, very good evaluation. And closing with commendation was very nice. I'm sure Vishweshi is very keenly observing the feedback. To add on my feedback, it was a conversation style. Anything, it was not appeared like you're giving a speech. You were just talking to a group of friends sitting on a table, and you're sharing experience. That was the best part of the speech for me. Throughout you're smiling. When you smile, you are at ease. We'll be at ease when we see somebody smiling on the stage. These are 2 your biggest strengths, Toastmasters Vishesh. You also laughing. When you talked about mother, it was a natural laughter you had, and we're all also laughing. We joined, and laughter is the best medicine we all know, right? We become sort of relaxed when we smile and laugh. That's very, very good. You had a good pause. You asked a question, how much it cost for Euro trip? Because my sister's family, they went and they spent big amount of money, I knew. So I told about 8 lakhs per person, maybe 15 days they went. But you said 26,000 round trip, and you paused. I was really taken for a shock, to be frank. To go to Delhi and come back, ticket cost is more than 26K. And you explained how you planned. I was keenly observed because I think most of us would like to have a trip to Europe where it's a very ancient place, you want to go see, very interesting. You sort of structured a speech very good. You talked about travel plan, you talked about the food, you talked about traveling. You went by Eurorail and your experience in Switzerland. You said 100 times of your Ooty trip. Ooty trip I done once, so I'm waiting to see 100 times. And you summarized at the end as well. Totally the speech was like for me experience of how to plan and how did you manage to go and come back in a very, very minimum amount. And the foundation you put was through your mother. How you got approved from your mother, and then it's a beautifully woven speech. I really enjoyed. to take your speech next level, already got some improvements walking around. One more thing, initially you are holding a book. Maybe it's unconsciously and you get the book here later. So keep your hands free, move your hands so that you can gesture as you speak. Otherwise, I really enjoyed your speech. After a long time, I'm listening to your speech. Look forward for more and more speeches in a quick succession, because I know you have great ambitions to become a great communicator, great speaker. Wish you all the best. It's a round of applause to speaker and evaluator. May I call upon our past president to give feedback on Sergeant Arms.
The energy level was very good when we started, and it started on time. After a long time, I think we are experiencing that, and we are very happy about that. Started on time, and the energy level when we started was very good, and also the 3 rules which we explained was also apt. I think we could have talked a little bit about around the world. Otherwise, I think it was perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahalakshmi. I'll take your inputs. Then we had, before giving feedback, TMOD, let me talk about the tabletop master. I know this gentleman for past 1.5 years. He took a break, and he was little hesitant to take up roles. And today we had a chat and he agreed. He is very busy. Tell me, he is doing consultancy service. He goes to client place. He is so busy. Today has come after a long time, and he has really taken away that what a jadder or whatever we call of not having done something for a long time. I would say he has come back fresh with lot of ideas, lot of out of the box topics. I really enjoyed. Just to share my feedback. Topics were very simple, and as we know, table topic may be simple, but as we come and stand here, it actually makes us stretch. So topics were simple, still it was making us think and talk. Very nice, very relevant. You start with the traveler topic first, which is relevant theme. What I liked the most was after the speaker completed, you connected well before you moved on to the next speaker. This is a hallmark of a great communicator, because when we heard somebody speaking, we're just in that flow of thoughts. If the MC gets to the next topic without connecting here, then it's difficult for us to get into new thought process. So it's very well done. In fact, you went on to talk about the same topic with your experience that actually enriched the tabletop speaker and you added value. Then you move to next speaker you called upon. It's very well done. You're very confident. I know after coming after a long time, still standing here and facing the audience and thinking, and you introduce in a very beautiful way. They're all simple topics. All of us can speak. It gives a lot of confidence. Well done. And the best part is when you have the second session of, we call switch. At every 30 seconds we switch our mind. It's not easy. I know. We went up to 3rd level. The 4th one is again difficult. But that's why we are here. Right? We are here to learn. It's okay. If I have not spoken well, it's okay. But I'm better than what I was earlier. If I had not come to session, I would have missed this opportunity as well. So thank you so much for giving this beautiful topics, encouraging all of us to speak, and you're most welcome every week. Give us speeches, take up roles so that you grow and the club grows. Let's round of applause to our tabletop master.
Thank you.
And in Toastmasters, no one goes without speaking. It applies to tabletop master as well. So let me give a simple topic to our tabletop master. I request Vishesh to time please, 2 minutes. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar ji, your topic is network equal to net worth. Do you agree? Network equal to net worth. Do you agree? Toastmaster Chandrasekhar ji.
Network equal to net worth. Do I agree? Yes, I agree. Network, what you do, what you make an impact, how you make an impact with the other person, whether it is an individual or whether it is an organization. If you are able to do a collective sum of work, then yes, your net worth increases. For example, what I do net increase the revenue performance of an organization, but how I do is most important. My total work revolves around the people. When I'm revolving around all the people, what I achieve is I not only learn from him but also impart something on that gentleman, wherein his work capability increases and my net worth increases because I have again learned something from him. This is what I believe. Network totally. In other way, I have also made a contact with a person wherein I also have developed a network. I have made one more connect. In case of I need, I can use that network or I can support that person. So networking is very important. In my profession, I do a lot of network, and with that network, I increase my network. And today, maybe my bank balance doesn't speak, but definitely my network speaks a lot about me. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I agree. Last week we had a special session where a keynote speaker who spoke on the same theme. Network is worth of net worth. And I don't know about bank balance, but I'm sure that you have a lot of network and a lot of friends. You do consultancy job, and that works on network. Thank you so much. Let me evaluate the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Aditya, I'm seeing you doing this role after a long time. I hope, I wish that you do this more often. Today you started with a very high pitch. High pitch in the beginning is extremely good because when I raise my voice in the beginning, I set a sort of tone and I gain myself self-confidence. It was done very well. You said, hello travelers. So nice because your theme is on travel. It's very nice. And throughout your session, you talked about your address as travelers. Very good. You talked about the Bengaluru traffic as a destination and journey. You connected well because most of us were here on time and we could start the meeting also on time. So that you connected well, it shows to me that your presence of mind is very good. You connected well. It may not be part of a script, but you connected well and you took your role from there. You did not refer to any notes. I seen one of the TMODs, despite being preparation, we gave some reference material here. The moment I keep material here, the mind says, look into it. So challenge which all of us should do is, we all come prepared. Right? We don't come here with the preparation. Don't bring the notes. It's okay if I fail. Next time be better than what I would have been. If I keep referring to notes, my growth will be limited. So I really appreciate Aditya. I know that you're very busy. Despite that, you're prepared, and here doing this role without notes is really good. I really commend you. Then you give 3 points about around the world. I got only 2 points. I didn't get the third point. You said it helps you to collaborate and grow. It develops you. I could not get the third point, so it may be my mistake. And you transition from there to Toastmasters in a beautiful way. I liked it. You asked which is the strongest passport. Powerful passport. I said Singapore, which I read recently. Then we are talking some Sweden. But you said Toastmasters passport. This is the first time listening to, and so nice, so really. Because passport is required for travel, and we are all doing the time travel. I am here today. I want to be here tomorrow, and here day after tomorrow. Toastmasters is a platform. Toastmasters is the means for our travel in our life. Beautifully brought, and that's how you connected to the Toastmasters. You talked about the founder of Toastmasters. You talked about personal development, and you beautifully mentioned we pay tax to government. So here we pay small fees because nothing comes free of cost. There's no free lunch. You put it in a very beautiful way, and you told about the 3 segments. You give explanation of each segment, beautifully done, and it's not a typical TMOD role which I seen. It's something different. You brought your own perspective, beautifully done. You're very confident today. Your voice is good throughout your role. You're very confident. You have very good voice, Aditya. And you said, and what I like the most was introduction of the role takers was done very, very well. Introduce G, I was feeling so happy. Introduction of speaker and also tabletop master, beautifully done. I really enjoyed. Nothing that I could say you could done better. You've done best according to me. Of course, there is always scope to go one step ahead. Take up these roles more often. Give speeches. That's a way we all join Toastmasters to learn and to grow, and we can do that only by taking up roles. So encourage, and best is face to face. Online, hiding behind the screen, reading the script is not going to help anywhere, right? So we decided to have offline meetings. So please do come more, take up roles, and grow in Toastmasters. All the best. Give a round of applause to TMO. I was the timer for today. Everybody was in time. Speaker, we took 7 minutes 20 seconds. Vishesh. And table topics, everybody, the first round spoke about 1 minute 20 seconds, and second round, all of us were near 2 minutes. May I request our counter and Ramil to give feedback?
I did capture some of the phrases for as a grammarian. One was the beja fry. That was a good idiom to catch and use. The second one is injurious to oneself. Thought that was something which we could capture and use it. And the last one was network speaks a lot about me. I think that is something which we could also use. Other than that, I think we use the normal words. As a grammarian, I think I captured some of them where season happened. We can say it's peak season. And did suicide, committed suicide. These were the 2 grammatical scenarios which I captured. The R counter, I had a couple of things. Aditya used, TMOD used beautiful roles, beautiful, this one, I think that was, beautiful was getting used quite a bit there. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Also some of the R's were captured from Aditya, and Vishesh has reduced a lot. When he first started, it was in a sentence we could count how many R's, and I stopped counting. That's how bad it was. I think he's improved immensely. Cannot even believe it, how much he has improved. So congratulations on that. I could barely count today. That's how much improvement you've had. There were also some of the source in the guest, which I think completely new, but it was very commendable for what you did. I think that's all I had for as a report. Thank you.
Round of applause. Thank you so much for capturing your feedback. Overall, I enjoyed today's meeting. Said in the beginning, quality matters and not quantity. We had a very good speech. We went to Europe in our mind, and how to prepare, how to spend less. We got very good sort of sharing by an experienced person. We all can reach out to Vishesh in future as well. Good feedback, good TM, OD role, good table topic session. I really enjoyed. Thank you so much. Back to Toastmasters.
That was definitely a wonderful evaluation session. So they say the kingdom is how the king is. So even in Toastmasters, we grow based on how we get feedback on. The evaluation matters a lot. So basically, as I say, the travel guide matters a lot, and our travel guide has guided us and gave us significant improvements and feedback to us to carry us forward to the next wave that comes in the next week. So we will definitely implement them in the general evaluator. And this is the final segment. The final segment is also done. So the reason why I chose around the world is I wanted to make it fun. But then, as and when I kept researching, things started popping up. I didn't know what should I talk about. It's so vast of a topic. But then the thing I could relate to is every time I wake up, I ask this question: what am I waking up for? But then for the past few weeks, I stopped asking the question and started living it. Because before that, I was just waking up, brush my teeth, eat breakfast, and go work, and then come back, play game, and then sleep. That was my routine. But I never got the answer to it. So whenever I ask this question, one thing that constantly pops up in my mind is I need to improve myself. I need to be that. I need to be this. If I want to do that, I need to go there. If I want to do this, I need to go there. I was getting n number of directions, and then I was like, if I cannot be everywhere at the same time. So that's when idea popped up. You get all those things at one single platform. So that platform is your Toastmasters platform. Just like how courageous the explorers are, and just like how outspoken the politicians are, and just this platform will give you all the opportunities that you want. The only thing is you'll have to invest in it. Just as the last table topic was network is your network. Network is your network. Here you can build your network and then add to your network. So that's the conclusion of today's theme. And I would like to give back the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Generally, we do have the best speaker, best role takers. I think today we will skip it. Having skipped that, I would like to ask the guest, how did you feel about the session? Want to come and share a few words?
First of all, thank you so much for having a great meeting. It was really an inspiring and great meeting. Coming on how I like, firstly, I speak this much on the stage. Other than the speeches I gave at my Toastmaster, rather than that, for table topic session, thank you for giving this opportunity. And I spoke, I tried my best, and definitely I am going to improve further. And yep, overall it was very inspiring meeting.
Thank you so much. For the first time, she has done great. A big round of applause. It was the first time I came, and even till probably a month ago, I would shy away from table topics. Because I saw one of our team members reach out and went to the competition. She went to the division level. I started practicing at home. That was the inspiration, and that's how I've become a little bit, I think I can speak for it. I still have butterflies when they say table topics. So having said that, I think we can conclude this meeting. I would like to remind everyone, next week is a marathon session. Sign up for your speeches.